right, Clerk Wolf, roll call.
Okay, Trustee Sewell.
Yes.
Trustee Crowell.
Yes.
Supervisor Cox.
Yes, here. And Clint had notified us that he's out of town, and Mike had a prior engagement with, health thing with his family. So anyway, so we will proceed. I will explain exactly why we are here, and then we'll do the resolution, but we're only going to be talking about the items on the special agenda, but I'll do that right after our closed session, which should be very short.
Are you taking public comment?
Oh, yes, sorry. Public comment, yes. Sorry, thank you.
Hi, Jeannie Lomax. I've been up, previous meetings stated my, what I've seen happening in the assessor's office. Very troubling, and even more troubled now to find out that you guys had gone to court, that the cameras are covered up, that there's no key to the office. I have the union contract, I've looked at it. Cameras are allowed in the office. Matter of fact, on township property, they're everywhere. On any governmental property, they're there to make sure that there's safety. I mean, after hours, who knows what could happen? There could be a break-in, there could be an electrical fire. This is the supervisor is over the property of the township and should have access to it, should have camera access to it, should have a key to the door. Very troubling. I'm troubled throughout with what's going on at the assessor's office. We got an employee that's 2.5 years. There's no record of her being on property, coming into work physically, there's no email communications. I've looked over the job requirements for her job. None of these things were done, but to the tune of $190,000 later, the taxpayers are on the hook for paying this employee. Talked to another citizen in the community who said this isn't the only person. So I want to, if the other trustees don't know this seems to be a culture in this office. And I mean, I was very troubled at the meeting that Pete was at, and he stated publicly that he did not even look at the previous budget. The budget in question that he ran out of money 3 months before the fiscal year came to an end, and he stated publicly that he didn't even look at his budget. Okay, that is malfeasance on the part of the taxpayers. You know, that we are paying for something that somebody who has that much arrogance to say that they did not even look at the budget. I had citizens in the community told me that the 3 months that the employees were furloughed, that Pete was supposed to be manning the office, that he wasn't there very often. Took one constituent 4 times to get him in the office. When he did get him in the office, he handed him his information to do a senior freeze, and Pete handed it straight back to him and said he didn't know how to do it. The girls do this. So, I mean, it's not illegal that somebody that's elected to an assessor has to do any work, okay? Is it morally wrong? Is it unethical? Damn right it is, okay? And the citizens that are okay with this, and the trustees that are okay with this, it is beyond reproach of what they're doing to the taxpayers, and it is not right. So thank you, and I didn't have a chance to really read through the resolution, but I hear that Pete is in contempt of court, that actually you guys went to court, and the judge said that he had to uncover the cameras and give you a key to the door, and he hasn't done so by the date. This is one more thing to add to the list of the malfeasance that he's done to the taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gene.
Thank you.
And again, I will explain exactly what's going on to the public right when we come out of a closed session that I expect will be very short. We're just going to have a talk with our attorney to explain to the trustees and the board exactly what's going on. All right, so can I accept a motion for, let me just ask, is there any other public comments? Sorry about that. Okay, all right. Motion to move into closed session to talk about the legal matter.
I motion we move into closed session.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call.
Trustee Sewell.
Yes.
Trustee Crowell.
Yes.
Supervisor Cox.
Yes. All right, so we'll be right back.
57, we're back in session.
Okay, I just want to briefly explain so this board and everyone in the public is completely aware of what's going on. This is all simple to understand and really all stems from the assessor, Pete Poletti, who has been in the same office now for 48 years straight. He's angry that I was elected supervisor, and he's never respected me as the supervisor or this board as the one who sets his office's budget. He has always thought and said publicly that he will do whatever he wants with his office, including, and as we have seen, paying employees for years with taxpayers' money who do not even show up to work. Last year, this board reduced his budget to better reflect what every other township assessor spends. He totally ignored this board, and then he spent his entire budget until he was out of money before the end of the fiscal year, so he had to lay off his entire staff. When the staff came back in April, instead of just wanting to get to work and move forward in a positive direction, he and his staff seemed to be out for revenge and just want to fight with the rest of the township over petty things. Back in late spring, I received a FOIA asking for camera footage, and that is only when I discovered that the assessor's office main camera had been covered up. This, along with me as the supervisor not having any access whatsoever to the other side of the township building that I'm in charge of. There are several attempts made to have the assessor uncover the camera, give me the code to their back door and the key to their hallway door that they keep locked on their side of the building. To be clear, this is the same door, if you remember the made-up story that they accused me of locking them out. It was shown that the door only locks from their side, not mine. In front of you, I gave the audience, and I'll show it here, in front of you are 4 exhibits that lay out the facts. It's not me, it's not this board that is looking for a fight with Assessor Poletti. It is 100% Poletti that is out of control and the only reason we are here on a Friday evening. Exhibit A. A letter from the board's attorney, Bill Boker, explaining that even though I, as supervisor, have no say in the day-to-day operations of that office, as supervisor, I am the one who is totally responsible for the building in which the office is located. This is not just the policy of the Collinsville Township, but the state statute for all township supervisors who this authority lies with. It is my responsibility to ensure that the building and all the materials in them are safe. This includes personnel and any incidents that should occur. The camera footage is needed to protect taxpayers from any potential lawsuits or anything that goes on in there. This letter clearly lays out on June the 12th, almost 2 full months ago, that they are to give me the key, give me the door code, and uncover the security camera. It is simple. I sent Don, the office manager, over to do this, and he was told to leave, and he was not allowed to uncover the camera. Exhibit B. Trustee Ball likes to spread a narrative that I just can't get along with Assessor Poletti. Our attorney and I thought it would make sense if Trustee Ball, who seems to have a good relationship with Pete, could perhaps talk to the assessor and persuade him to just do the right, simple thing. In front of you is an email to Trustee Ball and to our attorney on June 17th, asking if Trustee Ball could help. Trustee Ball responded that he went over to the assessor's office and he was unable to make these simple things happen. I suggested in a follow-up that I would even be open to other solutions and reiterated that the camera is not to spy on anyone. The cameras are in the senior center, they're in my office, and is simply there for liability protection in the event of a break-in or a workplace incident. The camera doesn't lie and will provide an objective record of the events. Right now, the camera is covered up. An employee can make virtually any allegation or could create an unsafe situation for everyone involved. Our attorney had a meeting scheduled with Assessor Paletti and his manager the following day, but they failed to show up and they canceled. The notion that I just can't get along with Pete Paletti is totally inaccurate. I gave Trustee Ball the opportunity and he couldn't get through to him either. Exhibit C is the resolution that this board passed over a month ago, codifying the township's code that the supervisor is the chief executive officer of the township and is responsible for providing safety and security at township properties for residents, visitors, and employees, and that the assessor shall give me the door code, the key to unlock, and unblock the security camera. At this very meeting last month, Assessor Paletti showed up to go after this board and our attorney and stated that he would be suing the township once again. It was mentioned that he had done that twice already before, and he's lost in both cases. Our attorney was very clear. The township code is very clear. The resolution is very clear. Paletti and his staff have chosen to once again totally ignore the board's authority and continue to tamper with township cameras and keep the supervisor, me, locked out. Exhibit D. I was then instructed by our attorney to give this one more shot before we would have to go seek a court order for Assessor Paletti to follow a basic statute. I sent a certified letter to the assessor demanding the items. This letter was also sent to all the board members. The letter gave him full week to comply. If the assessor still decided not to comply in this letter, it clearly states, refusal to comply, these items is an unacceptable violation of the board's resolution addressing building security and the supervisor's statutory duties to oversee building security. If he failed to comply, immediate legal proceedings shall begin to seek appropriate relief that would take place. I suggest he comply with this very reasonable request to avoid all of this. Attached is also the proof of delivery. Once again, zero respect for this extremely simple request. Like I said in the beginning, they don't see me, they don't see this board of having any authority over the assessor's office, the township's assessor's office. So like the certified letter, and after Pete Paletti has threatened the township with more legal action, we had no choice but to take emergency action. We want no further delays and had to get it on file. Now we shall see if Assessor Paletti thinks that he is even above the court. As one assessor told me, that the cameras would never be uncovered and you ain't getting the key no matter what. We shall see. This resolution is simply ratifying our previous resolution stating that Assessor Paletti has refused to comply with the supervisor's request and the board's resolution thus stopping the supervisor's statutory duties. We wish to move forward with the TRO hearing. I also want to say that the township is going to be asking the court that Pete himself pay for all the costs that are associated for something that is so simple and that should have been avoided months ago. So with that, we have a resolution in front of us, and that is Exhibit E. And I'll take a motion if you'd like to pass it. Yeah, well, let's motion and then
I
second.
motion that we accept the resolution.
Okay,
And I'll second it.
okay, and question?
So, if they will not comply for liability reasons, can we force that there be nothing go on in that building? Close it?
That would have been a question for the attorney. I don't know. I mean, well, you're right. I mean, but in that email, one of the emails that, again, I wanted to make public. This is the most transparent board you were going to find, okay? I wanted to make public. We don't have to FOIA. I give you all the stuff. In there, I actually brought that up. I said, I wonder if he doesn't want the cameras, could he take responsibility himself personally if something went down? You know, because right now, the taxpayers are on the hook.
Yeah.
Okay, if something happens and we get sued, that's the taxpayers are getting sued. Okay, and so I said, hey, you're the one keeping us from seeing what's going on. and we know the games that are already being played, I pray that nothing happens. Because that's not what we're here for. We are here to give the best for the taxpayers, keep the costs low, and this is just nonsense. It's simply just petty little childish, like high school games. That's all it is. And they think that, one of the deputies told me, you're not, they think they're in charge of me. They don't respect this board, they don't respect me. And so, again, we'll see. We'll see who's right.
And if we can get them cleared that they can't be working out of that, can we put them on furlough until?
Well, no, the other option was, and this was brought up, and I know this might sound silly to some, but what I could do, what this board could do, is we could move their offices down here to the senior center. Okay, where we know, yes, where we can actually see them, and that is an option, okay? And if this board decided to do that.
Oh, I'd do that Monday.
Right, but, I love this place, and this place is very crowded.
They won't be here.
But, yeah, it would be back in those offices. We have 2 separate offices back there. All this can be avoided, but, at the end of the day, I have a job to do.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so any of the trustees or anybody out there that is fueling this fire and it is so simple. The statute is so simple.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't block township cameras. You can't lock us out. Okay? It's just you're just playing stupid little games, and they're.
Has anybody looked up what the ILCS laws say?
Yeah, our attorney has done all that, and so we are in very, very solid ground. But again, let's just see. They're very confident, I'm very confident, and the public will see.
I motion we bring this up for a vote.
Okay, motion to approve. We already have a first and second. Do you have a question? Are you good?
No, I just wanted to say thank you for continuing to pursue this, because it absolutely, we could be held with liabilities. I know that you've been a gentleman and tried to professionally handle this for quite some time. And, a fire, the girls could be trapped in there if with their life, the
Anything could
locks
happen.
and-
You could bring up any kind of scenario, but again, if something does happen, all of a sudden, I'm on the hook.
Right.
Okay, and
We're
so
on the-
the township's on the hook, but
Taxpayers,
yes.
Taxpayers,
But it is my statutory duty to be in control of that building. And I've let this go on as far as I can. I've asked him to help, I've asked, nobody, and they're dug in, and so, again, you heard him last meeting. He said that you're gonna hear from our lawyer and that he's gonna sue. Okay, well, you've done it twice. It's silly. It's time to move on, okay? And to anybody watching, this is on a Friday evening. I'm ready to go out and have some fish, all right? So, anyway, second, all right, let's roll call.
Okay, trustee Crowell.
yes.
Clint Ball is absent. Trustee Prosser is absent. Trustee Sewell.
Yes.
Supervisor Cox.
Yes. Motion carries. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, have a good weekend. Thank you.